What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Backcountry Ace YouTube channel. It's like 25 degrees, no wind, sunny, there's a lot of ice. Let's go ice fishing. All right, we're back on the ice. Back at this spot, I only fished one other time. So we're gonna see what we can catch today. It's a beautiful day. It's cold right now, but it's supposed to get at the upper 20s, so it should be a pretty nice day. Let's see what we can catch here. I need to get myself a sled. This cart, it's easy to pull around when there's no snow, and it's nice to throw in the car and stuff like that, but when you get a lot of snow here, dragging it through the snow just has so much resistance. But the bad part about a sled is it takes up a lot of room in my car, so. And then I gotta have it for 9 months out of the year somewhere, so we'll make it work. A little bit farther to go here yet, and then we'll be fishing, so. Whew, that was a lot of ice. Lots of ice. And my auger pretty much had ice all the way up to this knob, which is loose. I'm not sure why that's loose, but so I'd say that's at least 2 feet of ice, so lots of ice here. That's good. All right, so this is the setup. We got kind of a main lake here, and then on the shoreline you can see that a point kind of comes out. Back in here is some backwaters. Now in this lake there's primarily northern bass and then some panfish. So my thought is, at this point I drilled 3 holes straight off the point, so it's probably going to progressively get deeper. And then for my tip-ups, I kind of have a mixed bag of what I'm going to be using. I'll show you here. So these are some, this is a northern rig here, so just a big single hook on a wire leader, and then I also got my tip-up with my perch rig, which is just 8-pound test down to a single hook. So I'm gonna go back and forth on these, see what I can catch, and then maybe I'll rig up some different stuff. Below them, I'm gonna be putting either rosies or fatheads on the perch rigs, and then some medium shiners on the northern rigs. So that's gonna be the setup. We're to get rigged up here and see what happens. Alright guys, so I'm going to give you the basics on how to set up a tip-up. So the basic tip-up setup is you got a rig that goes up to a spool. When the fish pulls the line, you see this knob on the top turns. Now there's basically 4 sensitivity settings on how easy your flag will go up. So what you want to notice is when you pull the line on your spool, which way does the knob turn on the top? Now something to remember is this flag has a spring on the side, and so it makes it so the flag has an angle. So when you pull at this, it's going to either pull towards the spring or away from the spring. If you put it on this side, it's got to almost push that flag down before it'll go up like that. See that? So, and then the knob on the top has 2 different settings as well. So this side is smooth, and this side has a notch, which is going to make it harder to go off. So the lightest setting is so that the smooth side, when you pull on the line, is going to go downhill or down the slope, and that'll be the lightest. The second hardest setting is when you pull it on the straight side, so that way when the fish pulls on the line, it's got to pull the flag down and then it'll go off, which is clearly harder. So then the third setting you can use is the notch side and the downhill side, like this. and then the notch with the uphill side. Like that. Which is clearly quite a bit harder. Now, what I like to use for like perch, if you're fishing with flatheads or rosies, is I use the smooth side, and then I'll set it on the lightest setting, which you can see goes off pretty easy. That's because your minnow isn't really gonna pull the tip up and set it off, like have false alarms. And then with perch, when they take it, it's usually a pretty light bite. Now with northerns, if you're fishing with like shiners or larger bait even than that, you usually want to use the notch. And then I usually start with the notch, so that way it's gonna pull on the downhill side. Actually it was the other side. Like that. And then if you start getting a lot of false alarms, you can switch it to the harder side, which is on this side. Just like that, okay? To get this tip up fully set up, the first thing I need to do is find the bottom. So what I'm gonna do is clip this weight on my hook and then drop it down the hole until I find the bottom of the lake. And this takes a little bit of practice, but you'll be able to figure it out. Like right there is the bottom. So what I do is on my tip up line is I put a bobber stop, something you would use in the summertime, and then this marks the bottom. So once I find the bottom, I want the bobber stop to be right at the top of the ice, okay? But then you have to remember that this part of the tip up is going to be down in the water. So when I put this bobber stop, the length, that's going to be down in the water. When I have this bobber stop up to the spool, when I put it down in the water, that's going to be just on the bottom of the lake. So from here, I want to move it to wherever I want it to be off the bottom. And I usually start with about a foot, okay? From there, I bring up my rig, take off the lead. You want to grab a minnow, whatever you're fishing with for the day. I'm going to put a fat head on this. Put it down the hole. From there you want to spool up your line. Oh, try not to get a tangle like me. This is a lot easier if you can put a little tension on it. Something like this. And then with this, because I just have a small minnow on, I want it to be set on the lightest setting. So what I'm going to do is check to see which way this is turning. And the lightest setting is turning down slope from here when I pull the line. So this is right where I want it to be. And when you get it set, you can kind of twist your line guide there, so that way that your marker is right where it needs to be. From there, put it on top of the ice. If it's windy, you can pack a little snow around it. Out here, I'm not too worried about it. So, or to leave it just like that. All right, all my tip ups are set up. In Wisconsin, you can use 3 lines, so I got all 3 down. And now we just wait. All right, well, I gave this spot a little while, but no luck. So I'm gonna try out a little bit deeper between a couple shacks here and see what I can catch out there. All right, well, I got my 2 tip ups set back up at the new spot. I am gonna drill a couple holes here and put my camera down and just see what's down there and throw my other tip up in the other hole. So I got 3 lines and then my camera, and see if we can catch something or see something anyways. Oh, there's a lot of ice out here. I really need to get a drill attachment for my auger. All right, well, after a whole bunch of messing around, I finally got this thing set up. My minnow's going crazy down there right now, but he's right in the top corner. He's going back and forth, so getting it as close as I can get. Hopefully some. Oh, I got a tip up. I got a tip up right now. Right here. Oh, this one's got a larger shiner on it. Oh my gosh, it's going crazy. Look at that. Oh, that's crazy. All right, just stop. All right. Something's got it. Yeah, it's going crazy. What? Drop it. Oh, it's still on there. Okay, I got it. I got it. Guys, I got it. It's on. It feels big. I don't know what it is. There's so much ice in the hole. Oh, guys, this feels really big. Oh. What is going on? Oh. What is going on? It feels like it's wrapped up on a log or something. Oh, there it came off. Oh, it's northern. Look at that. Nice little nort. Check this out, guys. Nice little northern on this sunny day. It's getting nice and warm out here. We just got our first flag, first fish. Hopefully we catch some more. Let's get him back in the water. There he goes. All right, guys, we're on the board. How awesome is that? Oh, there's nothing like catching a fish through the ice. I don't care if it's small or big. It's so much fun. Oh, I love that. We're to get re-rigged here and hopefully catch some more. All right, guys, we're on the board. Oh, puts a smile on my face every time. Every time. I don't care if it's a big fish or a small fish. I'm always smiling when I catch a fish. There's something about that. Well, I guess switching spots has already been paying off for me. Got one northern there right when I got set up, and nothing since, but my minnow's going crazy down here now. This is my shiner. I don't know if you guys can see that too well. It's too bright and sunny out here. If I had my shack out, it'd be easier to see my camera, but it's still fun. Moving spots has definitely paid off since I caught a fish right away, and the day is just beginning, so hopefully we can catch some more. All right, guys, well, we just got that one flag. It's been a while without any other luck, so I think it's time to pack it up and head her home. It's so much easier to pull this cart on without ice. Alright, guys, thanks for watching the Backcountry Ace YouTube channel. If you want to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button.